Hey, it's Jane. Thank you for joining me for this reading for the upcoming new moon on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. Before I start, let me just remind you that you still have time to sign up for a summer reading from me. Just go to my website, janezisk.com. It's very easy to pick a day and a time and sign up, and the readings are inexpensive, so don't hesitate. Okay, so remember 2 weeks ago for the full moon, we talked about the humble dandelion and how the full moon was a time to release things that no longer served us, ideas, stuff like that. I want to stick with the dandelion for the new moon as well. Why? Well, the new moon is the beginning of the lunar cycle. It's a time when we're coming out of darkness and we're coming into a new light, increasing light. And the dandelion here in the Northeast in the US comes to life, seemingly so, comes to life and blooms in the early springtime. It's one of the first flowers you'll see. And in fact, it's also the first food source for bees that are coming out of their winter hibernation in their hive, and they're looking for nectar. And these flowers provide that for them. So what happens is they come and they feed on the dandelion, and then they have the resources, the food, to then start their new summer project, right? Which is gathering more food and building the hive, all that kind of stuff. The new moon for us is a very similar energy, very similar. So the new moon is the start of the cycle. And as we go through the cycles, it's a time of increasing light. Just like when we come into springtime, it's a time of increasing light. The days get longer. It's increasing light until we get to the full moon. And that is the brightest moon in the whole cycle because it's actually the sunlight reflecting off of the moon. Because for a full moon, we have the sun and the earth and the moon. And so it's the sunlight reflecting off the moon back to us. After the full moon, we start heading through the gibbous and the quarters and the crescents, but it's a time of decreasing light so that the new moon is a dark moon. So what does that mean? Well, think about our cycles of seasons, at least here in the Northeast. We come through the summertime, we have our summer solstice. The days get shorter and shorter. We go into fall and winter, our hibernation time, a going within time. And then we come to the full moon, to the new moon, excuse me, the winter solstice, the darkest, shortest day of the year, the day of the longest night. So what do you think that's going to mean for the energy of our new moon? It's a time to go within, to stop thinking and analyzing so much and get down more to our heart and set new intentions for the upcoming cycle. It's a great time to start new projects. It's a great time to go within and reflect and to reconnect with our fondest dreams so that we can then go in the light of day and take steps to make them become a reality. So now I pulled cards from Radley Valentine's Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And the first card I pulled, I asked the angels to give me just an idea of what's the energy for this whole new moon cycle, for this whole time of the new moon. And the card I got was the Ace of Fire. And the fire is the suit of passion and of things that we love and people who we love, but things that we love. And it's the beginning, number one, the start of the cycle. How perfect is that for a new moon? And he's a young guy just starting on his way. Brilliant summer sky, everything is possible. That's the energy in total. Then I pulled cards for Friday. I pulled a card for Saturday. Actually, two cards came out. The full moon, I keep saying full moon, I'm sorry, the new moon day, and then a card for Sunday. So for Friday, the day before the new moon is at its peak, I got 4 of fire. Well, that's more passion and things we love. And this card talks about celebrations and things having worked out really well. So what this is telling me is that we can celebrate what we released in the full moon. We can celebrate ourselves, pat ourselves on the back for having done a good job of releasing. And now we can set our intentions for the next cycle. That's Friday. Saturday, I got the king of fire, lots of fire and passion. So we're like really going in to look at our dreams, really, really reconnect with that excitement and that passion and that energy for the things you want to create and the things you want to do, the opportunities you want to create for yourself. And the king says that it's time for you to take a leadership position. He's one who likes the spotlight. He likes theater and he likes being in charge. Now, does that mean that you have to be the chair of a committee or the leadership of a group? It could be if that's something that you're dreaming of, if you're happy working within an organization. But it could also be, depending on your circumstance, that the angels are telling us to take a lead role in making our dreams come true. So be the leader in your own life. Another card came out when I was pulling for Saturday. And interestingly enough, it's the 10 of air. Now, air is a suit of thinking, intellectual pursuits. So this is very much in the head, which is kind of interesting because all 3 cards have been passion so far. That fire, passion. This is a card of endings, but it's endings that bring a relief, endings that maybe we didn't really cause, but endings of a cycle that bring us relief. Well, if we let stuff go in the full moon, isn't that a relief? Yes. And interestingly enough, it's the number 10. And if you add 1 and 0 together, you get 1. 1 being the number of new beginnings, of a magical time when you can think about creating that which your fondest heart's desire, right? So this is how we're connecting the intellect with the heart. This is going forth, taking a leadership role to intellectually set up the steps and be ready to take steps towards our future and our dreams. And then the card for Sunday, the day after the peak of the new moon, is Queen of Air. Again, another intellect card. But the Queen has a very interesting energy. She is one who has seen it all, done it all, not only lives to tell, but can laugh about it all and give you spectacular advice. And so, what does this all mean? For the new moon, in a time of setting intentions, a time of new beginnings, a time of magic, a time of youthful energy looking towards the future. The angels are telling us to celebrate every little step. Now, the other thing I want to show you in the Queen of Air card is all the butterflies. There's butterfly in her chair. There are butterflies. And for me, butterflies are a symbol of transformation, right? Caterpillar in a chrysalis coming out as a beautiful butterfly. And so the angels are reminding me, thank you, to tell you that as you take the leadership role and take active steps to make your dreams come true, there may be little bumps in the road, but you'll figure out how to get past them because the Queen will give you great advice. And you should celebrate that step and then take the next step and celebrate that step and take the next step and celebrate that step until you get to your heart's desire and you can see your dream. Maybe it won't be complete in this lunar cycle, but you can see it begin to unfold. How's that for a great new moon reading? I think it's pretty spiffy. So let's all be this dandelion and bloom and not only make our dreams come true, but give those around us the food to nurture their dreams as well. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye.